Today we're talking about the A7C as an everyday camera in 2025, and I'll also talk about the Sony 24 2.8 compact lens, which fits really nicely on this camera. Hey, hello, my name is Ben. Welcome to the Benjamin Edit. That's the first time I've actually introduced this using that name, because I only really came up with the name recently, and this channel is brand new. So if you're here watching, thank you very much. I hope you find this content interesting. This channel is where I hope to just talk about things that interest me. Mainly that's going to be cameras, photography related, and also I hope to do some design, industrial design content and that sort of thing. So to get started, as you can see, I have the A7C, and I got this camera about a month ago. I wanted a camera as a everyday camera. I wanted something small and compact. You know, I've been using Sony cameras for a number of years now, and currently I'm also using the A7R4, which is an incredible camera, and also recording this on the Sony A7 III, also a great camera. Really happy with that as a two camera setup. But I wanted something small, of course, and if you saw my last video, I was unboxing the A7C that I got from MPB. And yes, this is the A7C1, not the A7C Mark II. And I went with this for a number of reasons, you know, that I kind of went through in my last video. But one of the big ones was obviously cost played into it, because it is the third camera body I have, and I wanted this as an everyday camera, so I wanted something that was cost effective. Also something that would allow me to spend a bit more on some other lenses. I also really like that this is 24 megapixels. A lot of people talk about how the A7C II and the A7CR are much higher megapixel count. I think 35 megapixels for the A7C II, which sounds nice, but I quickly learned when dealing with frames from the A7R4, you know, the pictures add up really quickly. Like when this is, I think, 64 megapixels, you know, sometimes that's too big, and for everyday shots I don't need 35 megapixels or 34 or whatever the A7C II is. 24 is really nice. I've been used to 24 megapixels on the A7 III. A lot of people compare this camera to being a compact A7 III, which is perfect. Now in my experience with it for the last month or so, I already enjoy this more than the A7 III. It is a wonderful little camera, and it has completely changed the way that I think about shooting. Instead of carrying around these big guys. So okay, where do I start? I got this camera a month ago, and I have mainly been using it with this Samyang 35mm 2.8 lens. I've had this lens for a really long time, and I can't remember what I paid for it, like next to nothing. I think it was about €100 maybe. So I started out using that lens, really liked it, really nice compact setup. I've also been using my go-to Sony 1.8 20mm G lens. This is a amazing lens. I love this. I use it on all my cameras. Also quite a big fan of it on this. It is, of course, you know, quite a bit bigger than the compact lenses, you know, compared to the 35mm. But of course, you are getting a lot of extra speed. So if you want something that's semi-compact, this is a really nice option. And I use that a lot of the time, especially if I want something wider and faster. But from shooting 35mm, And shooting with this, I really wanted something in between, and so I've ended up getting the 24mm 2.8 G lens from Sony. Now, I know it's not really in between, it's 20 versus 24mm, and a lot of people might say, why are you buying a 24mm lens when you have this fantastic 20mm lens? Well, now I have a really great compact 2-lens setup. So I have this 24mm and this 35mm. I can throw this in my pocket and away I go. And I've got 2 really nice focal lengths covered. I've really enjoyed shooting 35mm, but I often wanted to shoot a bit wider. A lot of the stuff I shoot, I like to shoot quite wide, and really like to get the whole scene in. And this lens really appealed to me. So yeah, I've been playing with it for the last few weeks and love it. It's barely left the camera. So what else do I like about this camera? Let me see. I mean, one of the big gripes that people have or had with the original A7C was the viewfinder being tiny. And it is tiny, but honestly, you get used to it very quickly, and it's actually really nice. I really like where it's situated on the camera, and it's just lovely to shoot with. Obviously, comparing it to something like A7R viewfinder, you know, it pales in comparison. Obviously, this viewfinder is a lot bigger and a lot clearer. And that's great if you're shooting jobs on it or shooting work, which I do. I use this for commercial work, and you know, you want something that is a workhorse and can just do exactly what it needs to do. This, on the other hand, doesn't need to do that. The smaller viewfinder, I think it makes me slow down a little bit. It makes me focus more, and that's something that I like when I'm using this as my everyday camera. Something that is worth noting about the 35mm Samyang as well. You know, it's an okay lens. It's not the best lens ever, but the autofocus is a bit janky, and one thing that does also is it makes me slow down. Makes me slow down and focus more. Focus more. But that's fine, and I don't mind that in this setup. If I had a lens that autofocus like this when I'm shooting a job, that just wouldn't be good. But that's not what it's for. At the end of the day, it still takes really nice pictures. And I'm going to show you some that I've taken on this over the last few weeks. But I found this to be a really nice everyday camera. And another thing that I thought would bug me is the lack of a front dial, because this doesn't have one. There's no front dial here, but honestly, that hasn't bugged me at all. You know, I use the rear dial here, and I use this dial, and it's been just fine. I mean, comparing it to shooting on something like this, it has now given me a better appreciation for like the full-size alpha cameras. You know, if I've been using this for a few days and then I have a job and I take out these and I'm shooting on this, and I have my big lenses, and all of a sudden, you know, this feels amazing in the hand, you know, because I've got used to the small form factor of that, and now I have the full-size grip, and it's just incredible, and the speed and the focusing and everything is exactly what you need. Now, don't get me wrong, the focusing abilities on the A7C are amazing, especially with the Sony G lens and on the 20mm. And honestly, I haven't really tried out any of my other lenses on this camera. I just haven't needed to. But you know, if you're thinking about an A7C in 2025 and you're like, oh, it's a few years old, you know, maybe it's not very good. It's very good. It is a perfectly capable camera today, even though there's newer versions on the market. You know, I mean, you look, I'm still using an A7 III, and a lot of people are. It's one of the best Sony cameras that's come about in the last number of years. So many people are still using it. This, in my opinion, is basically the same, except with some newer features. Having the flippy screen is a huge bonus. But just really the compact form factor is one of my favorite things. You know, I have started carrying this camera to so many other places that I just wouldn't bring my others. So it has made me shoot more pictures, that's exactly what I wanted from it. Okay, so I'm just going to jump onto the computer here and let's have a look. So these are some of the pictures that I've selected that we have shot in the last few weeks. Small selection, just a few I chose that I'm happy to show. But just as an example, if I start here at the beginning, let me see. So this was shot on the Samyang 35mm, and okay, eye isn't totally in focus there, but quick snapshot, you can see, really good resolution. That's 100%. Really nice. I think none of these photos are edited either. Let me see, what have we got here? A little sunset. Let's even go into 200%. I mean, it's really sharp, really good. What were we shooting? This is on the 35mm again. A little hot there, it doesn't matter, it's just a snapshot. Let me see, what's this desk picture? I think I was just testing it out when I got it. Again, this is on the 35mm. This is ISO 6400, and it is it's noisy, but it's all right. I don't mind that. It looks quite nice. Another sunset picture. This is quite nice. This is still on the 35mm. Really sharp there. That's really nice. Whoops. Okay, let me see. Flip through a few here. Another desk picture. One thing I meant to mention here. This is really nice. You'll see a lot of these are in black and white. And one thing I have done is I have set up one of my custom modes on here. I think number 1, and I have changed the settings in the camera so that it shoots black and white, and I've bumped the contrast. I can't remember what else I did. I tweaked it a little bit, and for me, what's really nice is I've been really enjoying shooting black and white recently, and this allows me to see everything in black and white, which is so nice, especially if I come across a scene that I think will look good in black and white. I can flip it onto number 1. I can see it in black and white, which helps me to preview the shot. It also means then I'm shooting RAW and JPEG, and my JPEGs are then recorded in black and white as I wanted it. And I'm really happy with how they're coming out with very little editing needed. But it gives me a really nice guide on screen to say, oh, these are ones I wanted to shoot in black and white. This is how they look. And then when I click into them and go into develop, obviously the raw file loads, and I have the color version to play with, which is perfect because then I can look at the black and white and I can edit that if I need. I can edit the raw to look the same. This is a little desk organizer I've been working on for my SD cards. I don't know why that one's green. I suppose it was an early version, but here is a black one. Something I'm working on for a little series. Might talk about that more another time. Anyway, let me see here. If we flip through, here's a few pictures. These are nice. You can see the black and white just previewing and then loading in the raw files. Honestly, I think they look nicer in black and white. These are some of our new pins that we're making as part of our MILLETTWADE brand. I'll put a link below. Really a big fan of this skull and crossbones. Let's see how that looks in black and white again. Bump that contrast. Yeah, that's cool. Nice, nice top-down shot. A few garage shots. Here is my new Yeti bucket that a friend got me. Another bench shot. Now that just looks untidy, but if I go black and white again, then it kind of looks cool, you know. It's like, oh, what's going on here, you know? What else have we got? So let me see. More dog pictures. There's a nice one. What's this shot on? This is also on the 35mm. I think all of these were on the 35mm. Yeah, this was on the 35mm. I literally didn't take it off the camera. This is on the 35mm and it is 8000 ISO. And look at that. It's noisy, but it's lovely. I really like this. It's very, very nice. In black and white as well, it's lovely. Give it a bit of white. Yeah, I think it's cool. Like, I really like that. Here I am shooting some coffee, and you can see I shot this one in black and white as well. This one in color. Yeah, look at that. Pretty good. What's this? This is also on the 35mm, also the Samyang. It's a nice doggy. Like, nothing wrong with these pictures. Really like this. The quality from the A7C is just, it's beautiful. A couple of cat pictures. Look at that. There you go. Look at that. Perfect. Nailed the eye focus. Really sharp. Absolutely wonderful. Another one I'm shooting in black and white there. Need to change that. Edit that. Straighten that up. What have we got here? This is on the 20mm. Now we're on the Sony 20mm G 1.8. Really nice cake, or pavlova. Look at this. It's absolutely tack sharp. Oh, here we have some Christmas Guinness. There we go. That definitely needs to be in black and white. Do a really quick conversion on that. Yeah, really like that. That is stunning. Look at this. What's this on? This is on the Samyang again, on the 35mm. Look how crisp that is. What have we got here? A few outdoor pictures, some landscape. What's this on? 82mm. Oh, okay. So this was actually on my Tamron 28-200mm. That is a fantastic travel lens. I must do a video on it. I don't have it here at the moment. But I went for a walk using it on the A7C at one stage. Got a few pictures when there was nice light. What's this? This is at 28mm. Quite nice. Oh, I like this shot. I think that's kind of cool. I must do something with that. That is at 105mm and really nice, really sharp. Oh, I like this shot too. The Lone Walker. I think this. Look at that lovely sunlight there, just hitting the subject. This is at 200mm on the 28-200, and that is at 5.6. Oh, here, this is an interesting one. So I was testing out how quick the A7C is in terms of autofocus. Okay, we can see that one isn't completely locked on. Kind of sharp here, definitely sharp around here. I think this could be more my fault for, you know, I was still getting used to the camera. I can see even my shutter speed isn't fast enough here, so there might be a bit of motion blur. Yeah, a lot of motion blur here, but it did an okay job. I think if I practice more, I can get it better. If we check, oh, that's 200%. Okay, at 100%, it definitely looks okay. Actually, it looks really good. 200, go to 200 again. Definitely sharp here. Subject, I think, is sharp and in focus. Let me see. Get a bit closer. Nope, that one's gone. It may have regained focus here a little bit as well. Let's check out 100%. Not bad. Okay, let's jump you can see the frame rate here is very fast, so obviously it's shooting plenty of pictures. This one looks pretty sharp. Let me just boost the shadows. Yeah, that's super sharp. Let's go to 200. That's very good. Okay, so I think it's missing the odd one. That one's gone. Shutter speed was way too low. 200th of a second. Okay. Yeah, my dog runs faster than 200th of a second, so yeah, very dark here. That one, let's see, is it just locked on? Yeah, it's locked on. Not a great shot, but it is locked on. And this one is motion blur, but I think it is in focus. And then he got too close, so yeah, definitely gone. That's a good one. I like that. Doing a little bit of macro stuff here. What lenses? Look at that. That's really nice. This is on the Samyang again. That's cool. Like that. Bit of clarity. Yeah, look at that. Really crispy. Really crispy. This one's nice as well. Yeah, that's cool. So yeah, look, I mean, really happy with this camera. You know, and this is coming from me. I'm used to shooting on the A7R4, which is a beast. But honestly, the shots that I'm getting from this, I almost prefer them. And I don't know, is it just because I enjoy shooting on this camera more? Like, I have big hands, but even without somewhere to put my little finger, you know, I find this grip really nice. It's really light camera. It's really nice to hold. And the pictures, as you can see, are just, you know, they come out really good. I'm really happy with it. Here's some low light. Okay, a little bit noisy. We're ISO 4000 there. Only a 50th of a second. Not bad. Nice little snapshot. Oh, I prefer that in black and white as well. Yeah. Definitely needs more white. These were cool. This was at our camera club, and we were taking down an exhibition, and some really nice light here in this room. I wanted to take some behind the scenes shots. Again, I had the camera on black and white mode, so I'm just quickly popping these back into black and white when I go into develop. A little bit hot there, but that's fine. I'm only doing this really quickly. I love this. This, like, you know, this again, A7C. Really like this. Probably focused in the wrong place there, but yeah, it's nice. It tells a story. There's one of my shots from it in red, the red pepper. Kind of like it in black and white. I mean, it totally misses the point of the image, but yeah, I mean, it's kind of nice. And then I have just a couple of the snapshots from the canal here, but like, you know, what more can I say? Really happy with the image quality. It's great, you know. So I think if you are considering a small everyday camera in 2025, and you know, you're in the Sony ecosystem already, and maybe you're being swayed by some of these Fujifilm cameras and Lumix and everything, and you know, I looked at them, but when you already have a selection of lenses, and you're already in a certain brand's ecosystem, it just doesn't make sense to switch. So look, I went for this, and I'm gonna really enjoy carrying it now and seeing what I get up to. But honestly, I cannot recommend having a small camera in this day and age more. Like, if you're a photographer and you feel like you're not taking enough pictures, you just need to bring your camera with you everywhere, and suddenly you'll realize you're not missing any opportunities. You're actually taking pictures, and you'll start to like it again. So that's my advice for 2025, and yeah, I hope to share more about this in the future. But that's all from me for now. if you were watching this, thank you very much that you made it to the end and listened to all of my babbling. I'd really appreciate it if you subscribe. I hope to do more content like this more frequently. I hope to get away from the desk as well. I know this is my second desk video. It's just the way it's happened. But I just wanted to talk about this really quickly as an update. Yeah, I have more in the works, so like stick with me and hope to see you soon. Thanks very much. Have a good day. Cheers.